This is how I survived the island in the South Pacific. This is my experience. It began when the film crew for this televised Survivor Challenge threw me onto the island. Realizing how I may be stuck here for a while, I decided to start cutting down a bamboo tree with the knife I had with me to begin building a shelter. And believe me, it was not easy.
2 hours later.
But I finally had got it done. Now, onto the shelter. I started by cutting the bamboo in half and placing the logs up against a wide tree. I was able to take the leaves from the bamboo tree and tie them together to form a makeshift type of rope. With this makeshift rope, I tied loops around the two logs in order to make a sort of platform to place palm fronds on top of. And as I had predicted, the palm fronds held up and I had myself a shelter. As it got colder, I decided to begin building a fire. I overheard the film crew talking about how there were cannibals on the island who were attracted to the smoke, so I had decided to build a smokeless fire. I began by digging a 1.5 foot deep hole in a canal that is about 3 feet long that leads from the surface to the bottom of the fire. This is so that I can control which way the oxygen flows into the fire. I also built a wall out of wood to prevent airflow from the top of the fire. Because I could direct the airflow, I can direct the oxygen towards the bottom of the fire, ultimately making it more hotter and efficient, which helps prevent smoke. Using flint that I found on the island and my knife, I was able to create sparks which helped me light the fire. As you can see, there is very close to no smoke coming from the fire, so now I'm safe from the cannibals. Fire is a chemical reaction between the oxygen in the air and some type of fuel like gas or wood. For a fire to take place, you need to heat the fuel to a certain degree. This is the chemical equation: CH4 plus 2O2 minus CO2 plus 2H2O. Realizing my dehydration, I ventured out to find something to hold water in so that I could purify some water. Considering how gourds were not in season, I figured that this piece of trash that I found on the beach would work as an almost identical substitute. Using my knife, I cut 2 holes into the sides of the container that I found so that I could hang it over the fire with a stick. Considering the fact that I have yet to see any of those cannibals, I decided that making another smokeless fire was unnecessary. Now that I've had a drink, I started to feel hungry, so I went on the hunt for a wild boar. And just like that, I had dinner. Remember when I said it was unnecessary to build that fire? Well, I was wrong. That was one heck of a day. On to day 2. Once I woke up, all I could smell was really bad BO. That is when I decided to start making a makeshift type of soap. Using a container I used to purify the water in, I added pig fat, lye, water, and coconut oil from the coconuts to make it smell nice. Then I combined it all together and let it sit for a while, and voila, I made soap. Soap is made up of molecules with two very different ends. One end of soap is molecules that love water. They are hydrophilic. The other end of soap is molecules that hate water. They are hydrophobic. Hydrophobic ends of soap molecules will attach to the oil. This is the chemical equation for the soap: CH3CH2 COONA C2 1H42O5 plus NaOH plus C4H8nNaO2 plus H2O, which makes CH3CH2 plus C3H8O3, and that is soap. All I had to do now was take a bath, but that seemed to be the hardest task considering the fact that there was a camera following me everywhere I went. And that's it. That was my experience on the South Pacific Island.